So let's say you're happy with what you have. So what we want to do now is you're happy with the weights. We want to mirror them. So what you want to do basically is turn everything off but the geometry. Apparently I didn't add these to the, didn't add this guy to the controllers and select objects. Okay. If for some reason you can't turn them all off, just go to show, do none, and then go show and turn on polygons. And then you'll have just the guy. Okay. So what I want to do, they have a weird way of mirroring the weights. It's not as easy as a button. It's half as easy as a button. It's really annoying, to be honest. So this character has nice symmetry. Like, it's real straightforward, and he has one center line that runs all the way through. So this won't be too bad. Some other characters, it might be a little bit more difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click, and we're going to go to edge. Okay. And I want you to do is just double click on the center edge, and it should go all the way around the dude. You might want to hit 4 just so you can make sure that you can see through the wireframe that is indeed going all the way through. Now, we can't actually use, I'm hit 5. We can't actually use that edge. I need to be vertices. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to hold control, right click, and then you can go two vertices. You can actually convert different component selection types by holding control. There's a bunch of weird hotkey combinations. Anyway, so we have all those, and actually what I want is not those. I want the opposite of the center line. So with all of those selected, hold shift and then just click and drag over the whole guy. And what you'll do, you'll have all of the vertices selected now, because shift is the it's the toggle select, which means if it's selected and you hold shift, it will unselect. And if it's not selected, it will add it to selection. So since these were the only ones selected, it will unselect the center line and select everything but the center line. And that is the selection we need in order to mirror our weights. Okay, so yay. Now we're going to do is just mirror them. It's pretty simple. Just go to skin, mirror skin weights, hit the option box. Now, you want it to be mirroring across the YZ. And the reason why we want YZ is that you have to imagine that there's a plane. And if you look, you can see YZ would be here and up, okay? So that would be what we want to mirror across. The easiest way to think about it, though, is that it will change this. See how it turns to Z, and then all it's XX. We want to mirror from positive X. So again, you can look at this down here. X is this side to negative X to that side. So positive to negative. So you can use this instead of worrying about what this is. Just click on it, make sure it says negative, positive. Now, by default, I think it's closest point on surface. There's also raycast and closest component. Basically, it's a different way that it will try to mirror the vertices to vertices. So if we do closest point on surface, it just means that like the closest point that if you were to flip it of this one is right here. But sometimes it gets weird. This will work fine, the settings that we have here. But just be aware that you might need to, in the future, if you're doing this on your own, you might need to play around with these and try different ways, and then it might work better for you. So, and sometimes you have to add a second association, but these should be working fine. So go ahead and hit mirror. Oh, this is another thing too, that you would want to save this before you do this, because another one of those things where it's not likely to crash, but you might not like the results, and you might have messed something up, and like you did it the wrong way or something like that. So anytime you do anything that's automated, make sure you save it so you can always go back to previous version. I saved it just before this video, if you remember in the last video, so we should be good. So I'm going to hit mirror, and that will then mirror it. So now I'm just going to go to show, and we'll just do all. I'm going to go ahead and turn my controllers on, and now we can just see if this arm works as well, which I think it's not in FK mode. So let's go ahead and turn this into FK mode, just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, and you can see, yay, yep, it's all just great. Yep, so no issues there. Okay, and that is how you mirror the weight. So then you would just save that. I'm just going to Control S, and now your, oops, let's zero that back out. Okay, so you would save it, and then you can just submit this. Now, if you look at the assignments, you're going to see that there's one that, if you look at the titles, there's like one section and then another section. Actually, just hang on a second. All right, so you'll see this section, I guess this is week 13, that this is for this assignment here, weight painting, and then weight painting with dual quaternions. I didn't put dual quaternions. I I don't find them super useful, so I'm just going to ignore it for now. It's good for certain things, but it's a lot of work for not as much result, I feel. So what you can do is when you're done with these videos here, just submit them to each of these, and that is fine. Okay. And then I'll just give you the same grade for both. All right. So other than that, you got make sure you do the discussion board, obviously. Other than that, you are good. All right. So yeah, we're almost getting there. Just look. So we have the weight painting. The next week is going to be blend shapes, and then your final project, and that's basically it. So you're almost there. You probably can tell. Okay. So just do the best you can. I believe in you. All right.